I was talking about atmosphere. You see, one of the things that God has done to me over the years is that I learned to read the scripture, and I want to see the impact of the scripture I'm reading happen in my life before I teach it. So when I read in the scripture about the blessings of God, I will speak it and see it before I say it. When you start living like that, your confidence in preaching the gospel will increase. Yeah, because you are not now saying word for word now. You are living the life. Yeah, because the end point of each word you are receiving is that it becomes a being in you, fully formed and fully expressed. Are we together? The atmosphere, so God began opening my eyes and took me back to Genesis chapter 1. And it started reminding me how that, you know that where you people begin the reading of the scriptures from, which is the Genesis chapter 1, in the beginning was what? God created the heavens and the earth. Verse 2, the earth was formless, empty, and darkness covered the deep waters, and the Spirit was hovering over the surface of the waters. The distance between Genesis chapter 1 and chapter 2 are ages. One of the things that happened in those ages was the dethronement of the devil from heaven down to the earth. So you are going to read verse 2 with that a chaos just happened in mind. Are we following? So a chaos just happened. So verse 2, after that chaos, that earth was now what? Formless and what? Empty. So which means that nothing is happening at that season, at that age, at that moment. And one of the things that first happened, you know, most of the time we said, and God said, let there be what? Light. Before we go to let there be light, something happened before the declaration of light, which is the hovering of the Spirit. And the hovering of the Spirit, what was happening is that there was a creation of atmosphere. Are we together in this place? An atmosphere that will enable the light of God that is about to be declared to find expression. Because if God speaks the light first before the Spirit he might not see the expression of what he wants to see. So most times, it's not about the declaration of word. It's about the declaration of light in the right atmosphere. Now, you didn't hear that. So that is why sometimes you don't joke with God in some atmosphere, and you don't joke with man in some atmospheres. People's life are changed, not in places that you ever imagine, but in atmospheres that matters. Yeah, somebody in that place carries that atmosphere that has the enablement to shift your destiny. I have a friend in the UAE. She's married now. She's having a very good family. But you see, when I met her 3 years ago, she was one of the people that opened my eyes to this reality of atmosphere. First, she doesn't joke with anything atmospheric. When you are around a space, or she's doing something around you, or you are together, you are just talking, you dare not say some certain words. You dare not play some certain music. You know why? Because she's intentional about her atmosphere. And you know what? She's going to warn you about it. She's so bold like that. She's going to say, don't do anything to tamper with my atmosphere. She'll say it calmly but fierce. And it's not only her, there are many people like that too. Because they've come to understand that when my atmosphere is aligned, shifting destinies will be easy. And declaration of light will be made possible. So, one of the things that God invested into and did, the scripture did not tell us how long the Spirit was hovering over the surface of the deep. He didn't tell us. But it was happening, it was hovering. It was hovering. The atmosphere was getting tense. It was getting tense. It was getting tense. And he knows that, okay, now this is the point to say, let there be light. You are the one taking things for granted, though. The people from darkness understand this little thing I'm just talking about right now. Yeah. Why would the Babalawo invite them to Ikovun to come and do some enchantment first before asking them to speak what they want? Because they will have to first do what? Create an atmosphere. Why do you even have to enter that coven in the first place? Because You have to be able to witness the atmosphere. And should, in case you are thinking that I'm going too far, the Muslim also understand this atmosphere. You dare not do something foul around their mosque. They can kill you because of it. I'm living in an Arabic country. You dare not. You see, but we are the ones that take things for granted. And this began from the place where, I'm a grace teacher. I can teach the grace message. All of those, they are part of it. I'm not going at that extreme. But what I'm saying is that the understanding of that grace message will help you protect and guard all that belongs to you and the kingdom. And one of the major things you have to guard in this season is your atmosphere. And then, you see, this came about. I mean, what I'm talking about right now is not something that I've planned, though. It's not like I've planned this thing before. No, I didn't plan it. But you see, this atmospheric thing is one of the reasons why a lot of people are not seeing answers. Where that you live here, words are spoken over you, but when you get outside, you are out of the shell. You are out of the shell. And you are not able to create a personal atmosphere to make a shift happen. You see, blessings as you think it is not supposed to happen when we come together like this. It's supposed to be a daily reality in your life. Yeah. That's something I've come to understand. And that's why I began by saying that, you see, all of these realities, you must first begin by living it. By living it. That's why they are not, it's from way back. I didn't even see it in this slide before, but from way back, I've come to understand that there are some things I can't say, there are some things I can't do, there are some places I can't be. You know why? And I was doing all of that because I was conscious of who I am. But from now, I'm not only conscious of who I am, I'm now conscious of my environment. Yeah. It will be easier because you are called to be a blessing. You are called as a blessing to be a blessing. So when somebody comes in contact to you, what happens in the day where there's no strings playing and you need to bless someone and impart lives? Our fathers of old, in case you don't know, they don't need all this piano. And they are not very vast in this English language we are speaking. Their words are, they will just surre for you. Mosure fuen. Ayada. And that's the end. But you need that cymbals. You need that piano before you create the atmosphere you are called into. Allow the Spirit to move around you and all that concern you. That's all that matters. If you didn't hear anything, don't forget this one thing that I just mentioned.